I try to make sure that I have a good work-life balance, fam. So yeah, it took me a little bit minute, but I also know what's important to me. But that also doesn't mean I'm not trying to catch Steve. Like I'm always trying to and that was just a friendly competition. I'm not saying that I'm stopping once I pass up Steve, but it
Yeah,
was just the
yeah,
competition between us.
right.
Like I'm trying to catch this cat. I know Steve on it. We all get to a point that where we're complacent for a little minute. Then your eyes get big and you want a little bit more. I think more so for men, I think it'll always be like that. I can't speak on women, but I know from the conversation that we have amongst ourselves as guys, we always want a little bit more. Like we'll accept, like when we get to that next goal, it's man, whew, it's like, hey, I made it. Let me relish in it. Let me, take it all in. And now it's, you sit there for a while and you're like, all right, I wonder what else I can do. Let's try to go from here to here. You know what I'm saying? So it's all you get complacent, fam, and it's okay, but that competitive nature, it's a good competitive nature when you start seeing others, your age or around your age, and you see what they doing, and you like, I bet I can beat this nigga doing whatever next goal or whatever goal that you know, that he's at. I bet I can do it better. And it's okay if you're doing it in an organic way. You're just trying to say, you're trying to use it a little motivation, that competitive nature, you're trying to use it for motivation. That's cool, you should definitely do that. But as being a competitor out here, like I honestly, we all have to do it. We have to stay competitive with our jobs, or somebody else gonna come get your job. You got to. You know what
And,
I'm saying? You got to stay competitive, even with your woman.
and
Not competing against your woman, but to remain at that top spot with your woman. Like, your woman chose you for a reason, but now you gotta ensure that, hey, the same reason that she chose you back then is the same reason why she's still choosing you, and can't nobody come get this spot. So that's the competitive nature right there. You are like us as men, we're always gonna have it, fam. You
I'm
can
not,
get complacent, but you definitely gonna have it.
I'm not competing with my breezy.
No, I didn't say compete with
I'm
her,
not competing
not in
for my
that
breezy
manner.
either. After I gave her
What?
that rock, I ain't competing for nothing.
Yeah,
I gave
okay.
her that rock and I spent that bread.
Yeah,
She better.
yeah,
I'm not gonna.
yeah. But
Man,
see,
I ain't competing on nothing. Nah, I'm
you
gonna
gotta keep up the same stuff that you was doing. That's the
maintain.
competition. You have to that, but that's what I'm saying. That's the competition. Because what you did to get her, you already like you already beat out them other guys, fam.
Yeah,
You already beat them out. So now you gotta keep them other guys off. That's
man.
that's that's
That
competition.
rock keeps them off. That
No, it don't.
yes, sir.
That
And
don't keep them that but see, that don't keep them other guys from trying. Now
no, no, that
she
ain't gonna
now
say
she
that.
plays a
Hey,
part in that part. You
no,
know what I'm
no, I
saying?
don't
She
care about
gotta be like, nah, bro, look at the ring, look at the ring. That's what she gotta do. But it's not gonna stop them from trying. That's their competitive nature. And we all been on the other side. So let's
that.
not act
Yeah, we
let's
are,
not
bro.
act like that.
But nah, man, I ain't competing with my old lady. I'll compete with you, niggas. Excuse
No,
me.
but that's you got it wrong. I'm not saying compete with your old lady.
Compete
I'm
for.
saying,
Yeah, compete for. I'm not competing for when I scoped her. I already
but you
scoped
got
her.
see, yeah,
I'm not competing for when she married me. I got her. I won. I'm
okay,
the winner. Chicken dinner. I'm not competing
okay.
after that. All I'm
Hey,
doing is I'm gonna just keep
and
maintaining. But with y'all,
but that's the competition part of it.
nah, that's not competition. Competition is what we have when we argue. This is me and you are talking right now, having difference of opinion. That's a competition. And you know what, Ray?
Why is this better?
I didn't say it was better. I just said it was actual competition.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
And Ray, I'm gonna tell you this about Tony. Me and Tony. So me and Tony, I'm gonna keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a bean. Me and Tony have always had discussions about salary, right?
Boy.
Always. Ever since we got out of school, right? We've always had this. We always talk to each other about our salaries, right? And I'm always got him. He's like, "Well, how much you make?" I made this. I'm like, "How much you make?" I'll make this. Yeah, I got you. Scooped. You know what I'm saying? So this last job, right? This last job he got, he called me. He was like, "How much you make?" I told him how much I made, right? He was like, "Damn, they only gonna give me this." And then I swear, 2 weeks later, they gave him the full joint, and he was like, "Yeah, I got the full joint." So in them type of situations, I think competition is you know it's a good thing when it comes to your partners or whatever, because
Absolutely.
we ain't really acknowledged that competition, but it has, because me and Tony are considered in the family like the guys, the guys that went to school, got their degrees,
The
run
next
the bar,
generation
yeah, yeah,
to build to keep the family going up.
right, type of stuff. So with that being said, I think it's a thing between us to, like, keep each other on our toes to make sure that we are improving so we can get to that level to where we can take care of everybody, because I think it's kind of gonna fall on us. You
Yeah,
know?
and
Right.
I guess that's what I'm saying. It's like the competition is in whatever's important to you. It ain't the same for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has salary competitions. You know what I'm saying? Some people just
That's true.
figuring out. Not everybody. Some people have competitions in other ways. You know what I'm saying? It's different for everybody. And I guess that's what I was just talking about. Like, I guess what like what I more so was trying to get into what was like what helped you get through, like, within that competition, what decisions and what helped you get through, or what was healthy for you in that, and how that I propelled you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure, like, in all of your decisions and all that, was somewhere in the back of your head thinking about that. Like, I'm a
Yeah.
catch Steve, or I'm a pass Steve. You know what I'm saying?
So I say this, bro. Me being, married and having a kid, it was a little different. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? If I was still single and it took me all these years to pass up Steve, I would feel like I failed, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now I'm single, I don't have to worry about spending time with no woman. I don't have to worry about spending time with no kid. But I do, and I just like much like Steve said, I treasure that too. You know what I'm saying? Within these jobs every job that I take on, I try to make sure that I have a good work life balance, man. So yeah, it took me a little bit minute, but I also know what's important to me. But that also doesn't mean I'm not trying to catch Steve. Like I'm always trying to and that was just a friendly competition. I'm not saying that I'm stopping once I pass up Steve, but it
Yeah,
was just the
yeah,
competition between us.
right.
Like I'm trying to catch this cat. I know Steve own it, and I know Steve got XYZ. I know how much he makes. So I had it written down somewhere. I was like, bro, by 2022, I need to be here
Yep,
because Steve is right here.
yep,
But then Steve got another job, and I was like, well, damn, this kind of. I
yeah,
was like, dang, that nigga
yeah,
got a little bit more, so I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Now, of course, there are always things that happen in life. That's why I was on Steve's side when you were saying it took you 3 years to get to your weight goal, bro. I promise we're all human. Like I went through something in 2023 that I lost a bunch of money in 2023. I had no idea it was gonna come back in this manner in 2024. Like I had no idea. I just kept praying and was like, all right, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. And I'm gonna stay faithful. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna keep stay faithful towards my goal and towards my discipline. And then hey, it got there. But that's the competition. Like that's the like I know, and it's no shout to Steve, but I'm like, no, I need to dust this nigga, bro. I gotta dust this nigga, but I gotta stay. I gotta take everything that I have, but I got to stay faithful. I gotta stay disciplined to what I'm doing, and I know I'm gonna pass him. Now, how I passed him was just that was God interceding, within that. But that's the reason why I got to go get my master's now. So I know that was God interceding, but I stayed faithful to everything. And yeah, hell, the competition is it's a good friendly competition. So I'm always gonna have it. And now we got to find some old competition. And now I know it might be on other shoes, Steve. Like nah, I gotta get this light skin, bro. I
yeah.
gotta pass
Yeah,
up this light skin.
I might have to go get my PE license around this month. You know what I'm saying?
See,
My man,
so it's always one.
you know,
I
See, it's always a one up, and that's cool because at the end of the day, we're not serving each other's egos. We know at the end of the day, us achieving, more income allows us to, take care of our families in the way that we really want to.
Yeah,
But me and Steve doing it in a good way.
yeah.
And Ray, I mean, you can join this train too. Don't think it's, just limited to us. I mean,
Hey,
we all partners. But
hey,
me and
this
Steve
what
had just started it off on some bull.
Yeah.
no, but okay. So let me. I guess I need to be clear because I feel like we having this discussion thinking I'm asking the questions for myself,
No, no, no,
and
no.
No. Well,
okay,
No,
okay,
no, no,
okay,
no.
okay, okay,
I know you're
okay.
not asking it for yourself. I'm
I
just
I
explaining
know I
how.
know I know why it took me 3 years and to do whatever. Like I'm saying I know that stuff. I'm just saying like in I guess I was asking the question for you guys like in your personals
Yeah.
how you did it.
Well,
That's what it
well.
was.
Let me tell you this. Y'all know I've taken up, like, y'all know I used to always run at Memorial. 3 miles, I'm done. One loop, done, fam. That's it. Done, bun. Don't need to do nothing
yeah,
else.
yeah,
But then I got serious about running, and that came along with being disciplined. Because when you running these long distances, half marathon, 10Ks and up, you really got to be disciplined, especially when you're running out here in Houston during the summer. Boy, it's wild. It's hot, it's humid. You really gotta be disciplined with what you're doing. I limit the amount that I'm drinking alcohol and juices and all this other stuff. I'm making sure I'm eating the right stuff. Boys getting a little bit older, so I gotta make sure I'm stretching and doing, like, it's a bunch. But everybody was like, when I said, I'm finna run a half marathon for the first time, or I'm finna run a full marathon for the first time, everybody like, what's your goal? I'm like, hell, I just want to finish. Like, that's my goal right now. I just want to finish. So my whole thing, they thinking that, my competition is beating everybody else that's out there. My competition was, I'm already, beating the previous version of me. Cause last year at this time, I would have cussed everybody out. Let's run a marathon. For what? Why I need to run that far? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. But then it became a, hey man, let's be better than what you were. That's the competition that I've been in. I'm gonna be better than what I was last week. I'm gonna be better than I was yesterday. I'm gonna be better than I was last year. And that's how this marathon thing came up. You
I,
know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be better
I
than I
think,
was.
Ray. I think you know to keep the train going, you just got to keep the main thing. The main thing. I know that's a real cliche thing to say, but to keep that train going and stay motivated and stay wanting to do more, you just got to keep the the main thing. The main
But
thing, and the main thing is just to improve. It's we shouldn't as young men of our caliber, we should not be okay with non-improvement year to year. You know what I'm saying? There
facts.
should be something or some skill or something that was better for me this year than it was last year. And like you said, that can come in any form fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like this year, I think this year is an improvement for me compared to last year for the simple fact that I have a fiance now. I think that's a plus. I'm,
Absolutely.
that's a plus to me. Like that's an improvement on my life. And the woman I'm with, that's definitely definitely an improvement on my life. So I think it's just inherent that we want to be better year by year. And that even, when we talk about New Year resolutions, it's just competing against who you were last year. 30 is 39 better than 38. Is 38 better than 37? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The minute I start tallying that stuff is when things start changing. I think I started tallying it the year I took off from school.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that year?
Yeah.
That was like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
Took off from
2011.
school. That year was the year I started tallying up how I'm going to improve. And that's when I started making goals. I told myself, all right, I'm gonna take 1 year off. And even though y'all didn't say it because y'all in my corner, but my stepmom was like, you take 1 year off, might not go back to school, blah blah blah. My dad, I love my dad, but my dad was like, you might just need to jump in the workforce, blah blah blah. And I told him, hey, I'm going back. I'm taking this 1 year off because I want to work and make a little bit of money, but I'm going back to school. Took that 1 year off, worked. We had fun. We were having fun because I was making a little bit of money. Had that job at Sprint, getting them commission checks, selling all them phones, making a little bit of money. It wasn't enough.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
good money, but it wasn't enough. And the reason why it wasn't enough because I inherited my grandmother's house and I was living there rent free. The only thing I was paying was my the lights and
Utilities.
gas and utilities and stuff like
Yeah.
that, cable. So I was like, this is not enough. So that following year, I said I'm going back to school. Got re-enrolled, worked it out to where my classes fell on Tuesday. My remaining classes fell on Tuesday and Thursday in the first semester. So I worked it out with my job to where I could only work Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I worked every weekend that semester, and I would drive from Houston to Prairie View every Tuesday and every Thursday in that first semester.
Sunnyside to be exact.
From Sunnyside
bro,
to Prairie View every Tuesday and Thursday.
bro, bronze bomber.
No, that wasn't Brown. That was Dark Knight.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
dark. Oh, that was
That
dark.
was
Dark
that
yeah.
was
Knight was
Impala. That was
first.
Impala. That that was Impala. Because I had just got it when I started working at Sprint. And then the following semester, I had classes on Monday and Wednesday, and none on Friday. So I had to change my schedule and go up there Monday and Wednesday, and I ended up graduating. So
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
I'm saying, just constantly wanting to be better, man. If we're gonna talk about a competition with yourself, it's just constantly wanting to be better and knowing you got to make sacrifices to be better. And
yeah,
so that brings me to my next question to ask you guys is that you guys are the family men. You guys have your lady, you have your children, so let me ask you this. How does your family life affect how much effort you can put in to your goals into your achievements that you're trying to that you're trying to get to throughout the course of your life? Because I know there's some things that you have to do. There's some obligations you got to fulfill before you can do this. So how do you guys work all that stuff in together? Because I know even with the podcast, man, hanging out, doing things with your children supersedes the podcast. It's a lot of things like we try to work around and try to make happen, but it's just so difficult sometimes when you have so many obligations to other individuals that are a part of your family. So I want you guys to talk about that. Well, Ray, talk about that.
I mean, I'm not married. You might as well we gonna figure that out. But I'm not married.
I cohabitate.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. It's that like that equally yoked thing is like is big, especially when you have like a bunch of different what I'm saying goals and different. You have first of all you got two different personalities, and then you throw in the kids' personalities in there that like complicates things a little bit. And so you have got to like me and Taylor, we really communicate about those things. And if I want to go to the gym, bro, I got to make a sacrifice. Like it. And my sacrifice for going to the gym is she has to be to work at 6 or 7 every morning. So look, I like being in the gym at 6, but if I want to go to the gym, because I could go to the gym after the gym. But then, of course, if I go to the gym after the gym, I ain't gonna be at
Go
home
to the
for the
gym after the
wind
gym.
down. I mean, go to the gym after work. Sorry.
Yeah,
I could go to the gym after work, but if I go to the gym after work, then I got an issue with her because I'm not at home. And she'll probably never say that, but I got an issue with her because I'm not at home for the wind down. So I have to wake up at 3:30, 3:45 in the morning, go to the gym and be in the gym by 4, work out till if she got to be there at 6, I got to be out of the gym at 5 o'clock, or I got to be in the gym at 3:30, and then be out by 4:45 so that I can get back home by 5 so she can leave. You know what I'm saying? It's you have got you got to communicate, and in some areas you have to make a sacrifice yourself that has nothing to do with that other person because like that's what I want to do. Those are my expectations for myself. And so if I want to get that done, then I got to do those are the types of things I got to do because man, if I didn't, then I wouldn't be at the gym, bro. I
And
wouldn't look as good as I do.
what's funny
Oh
about that
God.
is it's funny that you say that. It's just the sacrifices. It just seems like to me, and now that I'm listening to you discuss that, it's it sounds like in order to be better, it really depends on the inconveniences that you can actually endure. You know what I'm saying? That you don't
Yeah.
mind enduring. The ones
Yeah.
that you take on the
Well,
chin, like, and you like, you know what? I don't typically do it this way. This might be a bit of an inconvenience, but I have to make myself uncomfortable in order to be where I want to be.
well,
Mm-hmm.
you really got to think about it this way. Like you're doing that inconvenience because you know the return is far greater. And what I mean by that is when Ray saying, he gets up so early in the morning just so he can be back and be with the boys before Taylor go to work. Okay, what's the alternative to that? Like, what is he getting out of doing that? If ensuring, hey, when Taylor comes home and I'm at home now everybody's at home in the evening. I know Ray loves the whole family time. You ain't got because
Yeah,
if he ain't
yeah.
really care, then he wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm different. Like I'm not finna say I don't love my family time, but I don't like waking up that early to go work out. But I get off early enough so I can go work out in the evening and be back, so I can enjoy my wife and my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So
That man
your
said
sacrifices.
that man said work out, Steve. He means he gets up early enough to go run a marathon.
Right. Yeah.
Nah, oh nah,
Run
nah,
That
nah,
70
boy
nah.
miles.
I
running.
still
Ran 17 miles.
nah. It'll never be that. Not during the week. Not
Man,
during the week.
that's
Boy,
not
I run 17
I
miles during the week. Y'all ain't gonna hear from me till the next day.
bro, I saw a quote that said the average person, or like, how fast does the average person run a marathon? And then it said the average person doesn't run a marathon.
Nah, the average person will never run a marathon.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
you
Go ahead
know,
though. Sorry.
we take these. Steve, to answer your question, man. That competition that you have, you like your family will see it. Like everybody plays a part into ensuring everyone has what they need. That's what should happen. Like my whole family knew, and y'all knew. Like, all right, Tony training for a marathon. This has been the most like mentally and physically taxing thing I've ever done for so long. However, I know Saturday morning, my feet are literally hitting the concrete probably about 5:36 every Saturday morning. Sunday morning, same thing. And who the hell wants to keep waking up on the weekends at 5 in the morning to get out there and run? It becomes taxing. But you know who that sacrifice, who it really hit? It was my wife and my kid. But guess who was giving me the most support? My wife and my kid. They know when I'm done, or when I'm done with that training, once I relax and get me, a little cat nap here and there, you know what I'm saying? They know, all right, daddy back in daddy mode and husband mode. Now, the stuff that we really want to do all together, we can all do it. But you have to allow everybody to have their space to do the things that they want to do.
Hmm.
It has to happen that way. And for us, we have that competition. We need that competition to breed amongst ourselves so we can then, pour it back into our families. So everybody has to make the sacrifice so everybody has the space to do what they want to do. And
I'm
for
with
us, we need to have that space so we can actively say, hey, no matter what, I'm gonna be better than I was yesterday.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, you just juggle it. You just juggle it, man. However,
Look at this. It flipped again.
But no, like, bro, y'all see it,
Yeah,
bro.
it flipped. Well, since we're on the discussion of being better than you were last year and making sacrifices, for 2025, Mr. Ray, what are the things that you want to improve on for yourself in comparison to 2024? What are the things that you think that you believe that you're going to be actively trying to improve in 2025?
that I haven't even really sat down and thought about like what I need to or what I'm going to improve for next year. I mean, I'm if I could say one thing, it'd probably be like my organization.
Mm,
Uh,
mm,
I think that's like the big thing for me, like because like I do everything. I'm cool like doing everything. It's just I'm not organized with it. I lose what I'm supposed to do too quickly, and end up not having time for things, and stuff like that. So I think for me for 2025, I think I'm just gonna be like trying to be better, like organized. That might be the theme. I never really set like I guess goals. It's for me. It's like during different. I think you have different seasons, and a year is too long to really like focus on something. Like after you do something for a little bit, then you should just how long they say it take to develop a habit.
90
Uh,
days.
yeah, 90 days. If you do something for 90 days, then you should just be in that mode. Like you have weeks where it goes off, but you don't never have no weeks where like even when you miss the gym, you don't boys don't just have 2.5 months where they miss the gym because
Nah.
you
Yeah.
already in that mode. So I just think you got different seasons, and for me the biggest one in this season is like staying organized
okay.
because I'm losing track of things left and right now. So
Okay.
I don't
What
know.
about you? What
I
about you,
think
Ray?
my
What about you, Tony? Sorry.
I think my thing is it because we're both light skinned?
Uh,
Is that why you call me
Wait,
Ray?
my apologies, brother. That was my
uh, but nah, I think man, the way that it's lined up, bro, like I man, the past year was just a discipline, and the discipline really wasn't even about running for the most part. I just found an outlet. My discipline for me coming into running was for me to like I listen to a lot of gospel music when I'm out there running, bro. So it gave me some time to really, think about and focus on God and some of those things throughout that. Me praying every morning, top of the morning, like as soon as I wake up, a prayer happens, and I haven't deviated from it because it became the thing. Like it became the thing. So that discipline stuck out in 2024. I think for 2025, the way things are shaping up, it's looking like all right, you got the discipline now you can push harder. You know what I'm saying? Like now I reverted back to, kind of like lifting weights. Like when you first start lifting weights, what do? You really want to get your form and then develop consistency. Well, I got the consistency and the form now. Now it's about adding weight. And that's where I'm at now. It's like, all right, well, Tony, you stay committed to running. Let's go out some wins some medals next year. All right, I'm gonna
Hmm.
do that. All right, Tony, you got this job and you got this now you got to go back to school. Let's ensure that you make dean's list
Mhm.
your whole entire time. Like that, those are my goals now. Is all right, you have your bar, but push this. Push it, bro. Like that's where I'm at now. That's my thing for 2025. Push. You got your bar, push now.
That's what's up.
What about you, black man?
Uh,
Are you insinuating that I'm not black?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm
So
the
if I would have started talking right there, we would have been
But
cool,
you've
right?
already talked, so I was expecting you to use your context clues and your and
you
your
got a
and
little
your
bit of
logic.
that mountain in you, brother. So I'm full of blood. Full of blood. You got a little bit of Caucasian. Your,
That's
your
good.
mama's mama.
Stop.
Baby's mamas, mamas.
Nah, but
Uh,
man, I think I'm in the same boat as Ray, just trying to organize, get things more organized for next year, and really, really, really hunker down on my budget. Meaning, I'm gonna have to make a lot of sacrifices next year in order to get to some goals I want to get to monetarily. So if that includes cutting out Friday outings and probably just being at the house kicking it, which I've been doing this year, and I've seen it's rendered some solid dividends in regards to my grade. Uh, I think that's something that I'm gonna keep in place moving forward, at least for a few months or so.
Yeah.
So discipline, I think, at the foremost is going to be the thing that I would like to improve, and maintaining that discipline, financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically, all in any manner I deem fit. So that's my thing. Discipline all the way, discipline improvement all the way across the board. So by the time the end of the year come, man, that bread gonna be bread and bread.
Yeah.
There you
It's
go.
bread and bread this year because I just got my bonus and stuff, so it's bread and bread a little bit.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
You know when that boy getting that Marco Spoon, that bank account is inflated.
you know
Look,
what I'm
you
saying?
know, yeah.
Yeah,
He start fading up. Yeah,
yeah,
I just got
yeah.
my bonus.
You
And
know
he
what
said
I'm saying?
bonus real
And that
loud. I
voice
got
get
my
real deep.
bonus.
You know what I'm saying?
Is this
Now,
nigga got 50-something thousand,
You know,
$100,000
that boy voice got real deep. You know,
trying to
I
hunt
just get
down
this
the
bonus,
kid,
and
you know what I'm saying?
bro, let me hold something then, dog. Since you know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? I give you $2. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hey, I
Nah, but
buy a nigga a scratch off. Nigga
you know what
might
I'm
pull
saying?
up.
Give you $2, you went on that scratch off. You hit a meal. I need about 20. I need about 20 of them.
Look,
About 20
you
what?
got look. You gonna have a problem getting the $2 out of him, but as soon as you make it a 2 million, he want 20K. No
Yeah,
problems.
bro, no problem, bro. What you mean?
Bro,
20K,
boys couldn't give me
man.
$2. Look, boys
I'm
couldn't give me
telling you.
$2 off his
Y'all,
bonus.
man, y'all
Yeah,
stingy, bro. Y'all stingy than a
that's
mother.
We
crazy.
stingy.
I
Y'all
give you
stingy.
your $2 back and tell you get out my face.
Oh, bro.
Get out my face.
We would squabble up, bro. Like the song say, we about to squabble up, bro. I'm like, you gonna run me at least 10 bands, bro. One of y'all gonna run me at least 10 bands.
No, you're
Yeah,
gonna
too
squabble
many.
up. You're gonna squabble up with my new security team.
Nah,
Word and get folded.
with that 33% tax, that's gonna bump it down to what, like 1.2 or
Oh,
3.
now
Yeah,
That's
now I don't have
fine.
enough.
That's
Now I
fine.
don't have enough.
yeah,
Now I
you
don't
gonna have
have
No, 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 no.
yeah,
Ray, nah, that's fine. Still got
yeah.
enough for security to fold your black ass.
nah. I'm like, that's my cousin. Y'all
God.
get back so I can slap
Nope.
that
I'm gonna let him. Hey, some people gotta learn the hard way.
nigga.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, that's hilarious.
this concludes another episode of the Millennial Man podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow the IG page and the TikTok, even though we don't know how long TikTok is going to be around in the US. But those
TikTokers.
pages are
Oh yeah.
Millennial
Yeah.
Mayhem HOU, and the HOU stands for H Time. And let me also add that hopefully we can improve on how many times we do these episodes next year. Hopefully we
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a trio, how many
Yeah.
times, and set our
Yeah.
schedules and fulfill our schedules with that too.
We gotta start
I,
going
I'm
live every now and then too,
I'm
though.
about to stop making excuses. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm about to
Yeah,
stop making excuses. Let's do it, man. Come on.
let's do it. Let's do it.
We're gonna
Hey,
have one
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
we appreciate y'all.
We
Appreciate
did.
y'all for tuning in.
We did.
He likes was an idiot, bro. All right,
Hey, all right, people.
all right,
Those.
Peace.
man.